Snow patted the rooftops like soft applause as the town held its breath, and the night before Christmas unwrapped itself in quiet, ribboned darkness. Chimneys rehearsed little puffs of welcome, windows blinked with patient lights, and the clocks ticked as if not to wake the cookies cooling on their plates. In a small house at the end of a cul-de-sac shaped like a question, I kept watch. Not a soldier's watch, nor a cat's, but the ceremonial vigil of a true believer. Blanket cape, cup of cocoa, and the audacity to think you might catch wonder in the act. The tree stood like a green cathedral, its ornaments whispering glassy gossip, its angel practicing her smallest, brightest smile. Outside, the sky shuffled its stars. A wind, not quite a song or a secret, slid through the branches and told the snow to hush. In the hush, a bell sounded. Maybe a church, maybe a sleigh, maybe my heart when I realized the cookies were shaped like reindeer and I had nibbled the noses. The mantel clock clicked to midnight. Somewhere, the world turned a page. And then the ceiling discovered a footstep where ceilings never do. It was the soft thud shimmer of myth meeting drywall, followed by the ceremonious sigh of a chimney swallowing time. He arrived the way good stories do, not all at once, but as a presence that rearranges the air. Boots, then coat, then a beard full of constellations. He smelled like cedar and peppermint, and a little bit like the inside of a wrapped present. Santa, of course, though he looked at me like we both knew names were costumes. Late, I whispered. Right on time, he replied, setting down a bag that chimed like a pocket full of north winds. He listened to the house, the way a conductor listens to an orchestra before the first note. The tree hummed, the stockings tensed. Somewhere, a mouse adjusted its plans. I offered cocoa. He took it. We sat in the amber of the living room, while the snow kept the world in parentheses. "It's busy out there?" I asked. "It's tender," he said. Busy is for calendars. Tender is for hearts that remember what they wanted when they were small. He began his graceful ritual, packages blossoming like ideas, ribbons curling into commas, bows laughing to themselves. He mended a tinsel thread with a breath. He replaced a broken candy cane with a candy cane that remembered it used to be a shepherd's crook. He winked at the angel, who blushed starshine. "You still believe," he said without question. "I still practice," I said. "Belief is what you do when the room is ordinary." He nodded, pleased. "Then help me with the last gift. It's light as hope and heavy as promise." From his bag, he drew out a small bell jar. Inside, a tiny town slept, and inside each tiny house, a tiny story breathed. "Your job," he said, "is to keep telling the story so the story keeps telling you." The bell jar warmed in my hands, and in the curve of the glass, I saw us reflected. An old myth and a new voice, sitting between a tree and a window where snow made gentle arguments with the moon. Santa stood. "One more thing," he said, leaning in like a conspirator. "Stories eat applause. If you enjoyed this fairy tale, hit subscribe, like, comment, and share." He gestured to the air as if it were a chorus of friendly buttons. "Make a ruckus of kindness. Startle the algorithms. Teach them to fetch joy and roll over for wonder." I laughed. "Is that how the sleigh flies?" "It helps," he admitted. "Wind, reindeer, and 1,000 small yeses from people who remember what stories can do." He buttoned his coat. The fire sighed. The cookies forgave me. At the window, the world had turned into a paperweight you could shake and watch forever. "Don't stay up too late," he said, which is what magic says when it wants you to listen for dreams.